Everybody in America is technically an immigrant.
What policies has Mayor Wu put in place that you think are benefiting Boston?
I should know all the policies right now. It's not a big deal. It's not. There's no such thing as crime being an issue.
Shoplifting is up 55% under Mayor Wu.
Fine.
It seems that everything is just falling apart. Yeah. There's no order. There's no leadership.
I don't really know too much about it.
Yeah. Grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail. You heard the title. You know what we're going to talk about. We're going to be talking about our friend Michelle Wu up there in Boston, the mayor, the illustrious mayor of Boston. And a couple months ago, she went to Capitol Hill and she, told them how great she is, how wonderful a job they're doing, managing Boston as well as the migrant crisis. And she's just doing a phenomenal job, tooting her horn, phenomenal. She's also in the midst of a very contentious mayoral race against the son of the New England Patriots owner, if I'm understanding it correctly. She's got a lot of things going against her. And so now we're just going to look at a couple man on the street interviews of Bostonians talking about what they like about Michelle, what they don't like about Michelle, all that kind of good jazz. Let's bring this in. Let's go.
I think Mayor Wu is doing a good job leading Boston.
Yes.
You do. What policies has Mayor Wu put in place that you think are benefiting Boston?
I should know all the policies right now.
You don't have to know all the policies, but I guess another way I could reword it is, what are things she has done you think that have improved Boston?
Oh, she's trying to make community a little better, being all inclusive, going against the Trump agenda that I'm also all about right now.
So do you think going against the Trump agenda has improved Boston?
Yes. Yes.
How has going against the Trump agenda improved Boston?
Because get ICE out of our city. Get it out of here.
So do you think Mayor Wu has done a good job handling crime in Boston?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because it's not a big deal. It's not. There's no such thing as crime being an issue. It's all part of everything we're living every day. And she's yeah.
Shoplifting is up 55% under Mayor Wu.
Fine.
Okay. Do you think she's doing a good job handling the drug problem in Boston? I mean,
shout out to this young lady. I think she's asking some really good questions that a lot of people don't pay attention to. Shoplifting, drug cases, and such like that. Those are some great questions, excellent questions. And I do think, this young guy right here, he clearly wasn't built for this. He clearly doesn't have a gauge on how well or how poorly Mayor Wu is doing. And again, I don't expect you to know every policy, but literally he's saying all she's doing good is fighting against President Trump. What is that? Like, how is that a policy plan? But I like how this young lady's asking the young man, he leaves something to be desired. Let's go.
Go on the streets, and I've never noticed so many homeless people in Boston as I do now. Do you think she's been her plan for handling that, or what her plan currently is? Do you think she's doing a good job handling the drug problem in Boston?
Perhaps.
What are your thoughts on Josh Kraft? If you were to pick Josh Kraft or Mayor Wu, who would you pick? Josh Kraft or Mayor Wu?
Mayor Wu, obviously.
Okay.
Josh Kraft is just there to break in money, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Okay. It's all just a Trump agenda. Yeah. We do not think there's an immigration problem. We do not think that there's a homelessness problem. Of course, you want to take care of the homeless. Yes. Of course, you want to take care of crime. It's just not such a big issue as much as they're trying to make it out to be.
Okay. Do you think Mayor Wu is doing a good job leading the city of Boston?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I'm not a political person, but it just seems that everything is just falling apart. Yeah. There's no order. There's no leadership. I mean, again, I'm not political, but I would think better. I think when Menino was mayor, there was obviously a vision of what was happening. Things were more focused. I think there was a better outcome of what it was. I'm not a racist person. I think all people should be equal. But at the same point, I think it's just like we're taking the focus off of the needs of the city and the people of the city, and we're not really focusing on that. We're worried about everybody else and helping everybody else out, which is also an important feature. But at the same point, though, we got to take care of our own, and that's about it.
I get exactly what.
Okay, I got to stop for a second. Notice the contrast between the way the young guy answered, what was he focused on? What was this older guy focused on? And we can see the dynamics. Also, I don't think you need to caveat everything. And I hate that we're in this society now where you have to feel like you have to caveat and give all of these nuances. He didn't have to say, I'm not a racist person. I don't think that's immediate response to what he said. The statement he said was pretty balanced. Like, hey, we need to worry about Bostonians and people that are here and not people that are not from here. That's a fair, very reasonable. So I guess I hate that he wasted his time even trying to nuance it, because it made people's ears perk up when you say I'm not a racist. But people start looking around like, well, what did you say? What are you going to say? I hate that. Anyway, let's go.
What you're saying, so in the next election for mayor, are you gonna, if it is Josh Kraft against Mayor Wu, who are you gonna pick?
100% Josh Kraft.
Okay.
Josh Kraft is a human being, is fantastic.
Yeah.
What he has done, what their family has done for the city, the dedication, the money, charity, everything in their vision that they do is amazing. God bless his mother, Myra. She was an amazing lady, and all the organizations that she helped out with, as well as what Bob does moving forward, and Jonathan and all the other kids, and their dedication to this city is second to none.
I love Mayor Wu. I think she's slaying again and again and again. And her speech about immigration made me cry, made my whole family cry at the dinner table. And I want to tell her that she's doing a great job and she should not let the haters get to her, period.
What? So you're for her? What about her immigration policy? Her views on immigration? What about her views on immigration do you like?
I don't really know too much about it, but I do know that in her speech she was talking about how everybody in America is technically an immigrant, which I think I agree on. And
Okay, so we've talked about this quite a bit. The left, or people on in a particular box, tend to appeal to your emotions well before they appeal to your factual, logical brain. If you go back and remember what the gentleman said, who said he would vote against Mayor Wu, he was giving facts, lots and lots of facts. These are facts. The city's crumbling, the homeless problem. They have helped out in charities. There's lots of facts. He does make some appeals to emotions, but they're not the bedrock of his conversation. This poor young lady right here, Mayor Wu made her cry, made her whole family cry at the dinner table. Well, what did he cry about? I really don't know. There's a lot of emotions, no facts given. Not saying that everybody, but it does tend to be a particular party that does this way more than others.
And I also feel like she just makes Boston such a welcoming place for all people of color, all minorities, everyone, and that really means a lot to me and my family, and I feel like that's very important, especially as a white person, to make sure that everybody feels safe and comfortable here in Boston.
Hi guys, happy Monday. Let's just talk for a moment about Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. Oh, God, it makes me embarrassed to say that I'm from Boston every time I see her open her mouth. Can she just go back to Chicago? Like, I've been a conservative since 2012, so I was never a huge fan of Charlie Walsh or Mayor Menino, but I will tell you what.
Wow.
Marty Walsh. Sorry, I didn't even remember his first name because he wasn't that relevant. But they were better than her. This bitch, you guys.
Whoa.
So there was a man on Boylston Street in Boston over the weekend, which for those of you who aren't from New England, it's a very affluent area with high-end shops, restaurants, hotels, about 2 miles from Fenway Park. There was a man in Chick-fil-A on Boylston Street that had a sharp object threatening people's lives. And those brave men and women in blue that show up every time something like that happened were able to save members of the community from losing their lives. And unfortunately, he lost his life. But when you're threatening to take others' lives, that's the risk you take. This mayor goes on her news conference, and the first thing she says is not to thank the police for saving the community anything against the violence. That's what's happening. Do you want to know what she said? She apologized to the family of the man that was trying to kill people. Please make it make sense.
Wow. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. I wonder it was really bad because she literally does. She gets up, the first thing she says is, "I apologize to the families." I really think I did a video on that because it was so gross. Um, let me just check. I don't think I have it. No, maybe I might be hallucinating that I remember it. But yeah, Michelle Wu is in trouble. And I would love to hear what y'all think about this. Do you think that she stands a chance of winning in this next election? This next election is coming up real soon. And I want to know what you think. Do you think that she has a chance? Do you think she can possibly at all overcome and win? Do you think, hey, especially if you live in Boston, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Because of course, I'm just reading news articles and checking out clips and stuff like that. But you live there. You are in the fray. What do you think about Mayor Wu? Give me your thoughts down in the comments below. If you do have an opinion, go ahead and leave me a green heart and let me know what you think about it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you, of course, for subscribing and helping us hit our goal of 50,000 subscribers. I'm looking forward to celebrating with you all real soon. So until then, grace and peace.